What's up, Titty Gang? It's your girl Tigger. I'm back with another video. And as y'all can tell by the title, we're finna get into some things to do before 2020 ends. But before we get to it, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. And without further ado, let's get to it. 22 things to do before 2022 ends. Number one is celebrate the things you have accomplished this year. I know we usually celebrate as they happen, but I feel like as a whole, literally think of everything you've done this year and got to accomplish, and make sure you literally celebrate it one last time. Like, whether it's you finally worked hard enough to, save up money for a car, and you finally have your first car you bought for your very first time, and you want to celebrate it, baby, do that. Do what you gotta do. Just make sure you celebrate everything you've done this year, because you're only gonna get better next year. Number two, make a gratitude list. Same thing as celebrating the things that you've done, but maybe it could be a little bit more detailed and a little bit more personal to you as well. Number three, think about your long-term goals. I know it's kind of hard to think about that, but it will help you in the long run if you literally start a list and be like, okay, this is what I want to do in like 2 to 3 years, and then within those 2 to 3 years you look back and you're like, whoa, I literally wrote this down and accomplished it in 2 to 3 years. Number four, reach out to your loved ones. I know it's hard sometimes because you get caught up in yourself and your life and everything, but make sure that you still make time to reach out to the ones that you love the most, because life is short, especially nowadays, and you don't want to regret not being able to have that one last conversation with them. 5, create a plan for the things that you didn't get to do this year. It will help you out, because then you can actually be like, okay, I didn't do this year, but I'm gonna make it a plan to do this next year. I'm gonna execute this next year. No ifs, ands, or buts. I didn't do it this year, we're gonna do it next year. Because sometimes when you do that, it makes you have way more energy to put into that, like, okay, this is the first thing I'm going to do next year. Number 6, start a mindfulness practice. And that could literally be anything. It could be you putting together a routine. Like, let's say you have a nightly routine that you want to put in place, that way you feel your best in the morning. You go to sleep at a certain time, make sure you eat at a certain time, you got everything laid out for tomorrow. Just starting something that you want to make sure that you get into a routine of. That way you feel more consistent and effective. 7, commit to staying hydrated. That's a hard one for a lot of people, because we get so caught up in everything that we're doing, and we sometimes forget to drink water or even eat. I'm a witness. So with that being said, that's something that you should try to start before the end of the year and carry on to the next year. And the more you do it and the more consistent you are, it'll be something that you're doing that you're not even realizing you're doing. Number 8, check in with your mind, body, and spirit. And what that means is make sure that you're healthy in all 3. Make sure you're healthy with your body, make sure you have the right mental health, make sure that you're right within yourself. Stop worrying about the world, stop worrying about what others are doing. Make sure you're good by yourself first. Number 9, upgrade your home office. So let's say, me personally, I'm an entrepreneur. I like to make sure that everything is organized. I have everything set in place. For ones that aren't, it could be your bedroom. Maybe you want to make over. Maybe you want to, upgrade some things that you've been wanting to do for a minute. That's something you could do, because that actually helps you get motivated to do other things that need to be done or stuff that you want to do. Number 10, commit to getting organized. That goes hand in hand with the last one. But if you are unorganized, starting small can help. So let's say you have like a medicine cabinet in your bathroom and it's like all over the place. Maybe you can try to organize it a little more neater. Just start small and then gradually get to the rest of your house or even your car, wherever you feel is most messy and unorganized. 11, declutter one area of your home. You will thank me later for that. If you start in one room, I promise you're gonna want to continue until the entire apartment, house, wherever you're living is how you want it. Number 12, organize the photos on your phone. I haven't done that, and I really need to do that because I feel like that will be a lot easier for you to find things. So that's something I definitely need to do before the year ends. Number 13, schedule some time for yourself. And this is a number one for me. Make sure you are mentally good. Like, physically, I understand, but mentally, you have to be in the right mindset in order to function on a day-to-day basis. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's selfish. It's not. It's not. It's mandatory. It's something you have to do in order to make sure that you are living your best life. You are doing what you need to do in life. You catering to everyone but yourself is going to tear you down and is going to wear you out. And then what are you going to have to give to others? Nothing. You can't even give to yourself. So that's the number one. If anything on this list, that's the one I'm going to stretch more than anything. 14, schedule any doctor appointments you've been putting off. I like to schedule my appointments in a timely manner. I usually try to schedule them all around the same time so I can knock them out. Because when I have them like separate, then I'm like, I don't want to say that I put them off per se, but I usually try to like to have them all grouped together. That way, like, I work a 9 to 5. I'm working Monday through Friday. If I have to take doctor's appointments, it's during the week. I don't get to schedule doctor's appointments on weekends. So I'd rather clump them together. That way I can take maybe 1 or 2 days to come in early or leave early or come in late. I'd rather do it like that than to space it out. But that's just me. Make sure y'all going to y'all doctor's appointments. Y'all need to be going to your doctor's appointments every year, unless your doctor says otherwise. Okay? Make sure you're checking on yourself, because y'all, we say a lot of things about mental health, but physical health goes hand in hand with mental health as well. Hope y'all know that. 15, add movement to your routine. So for the ones that are on a daily routine, they do the same thing every single day, try to do a little extraness in between there. So like maybe instead of sitting down all the time, stand up and do what you gotta do. Just try to get a little bit more physical with things in your routine that aren't always so physical. It'll make you have a lot more energy. You won't be so slouchy and grumpy. It'll just give you a little bit more energy. 16, pat yourself on the back. I know it's kind of hard to do so sometimes. You don't want to, do too much in the time being, but it's okay to reward yourself when you know you've done something good. Like with me, I've been very consistent with my business for 2 years. Very consistent. Every now and then I would take maybe a week or two to, have away from the business as a mental break or just as a vacation in general. But no matter what, I never gave up on my business and was always there for my business every single day. Even when I'm on vacation, even when I have my mental breaks, I'm still there. And that's the most consistent I've been with anything. And I pat myself on the back every day. Even the days where I'm ready to give up, I'm ready to quit, I'm ready, just be like, fuck it. Nah. I just can't, because at the end of the day, this is the most consistent I've ever been with anything, and I am beyond proud of myself for taking that leap of faith and doing it. 17, update your LinkedIn. So that's something I actually kind of did recently. I usually try to stay away from my LinkedIn, to be honest, but that's something y'all need to do, because you never know, especially how the world is right now. A lot of people are getting laid off, or they're gonna start getting laid off, and to save yourself headache from trying to find jobs, if it's already updated, you'll be good to go. You don't have to worry about updating it. You don't have to worry about doing this, and that. If it's already updated, all you gotta do is be like, okay, start applying to jobs, maybe tweak it just a little bit, But other than that, you're good to go. Save you a lot of headache. 18, make something. And by make something, it could be you can make a list, or you can make some recipe, you can make food, you can do that. Like, whatever makes you happy, do it. You know, like, a lot of people have side businesses, a lot of people have side jobs they like to do. Like, some people like to make music, they like to make art. Whatever makes your soul happy, whatever you desire, honestly, go and do it. Just make sure you're having fun while doing it. Number 19, assess your priorities. I can't stress that enough. I can't stress that enough. Honestly, everyone has different priorities in life, but make sure that your priorities are always in a line. So I know bills, parenting, car, all this is priorities, right? But make sure you have nothing but control of your priorities. Don't let your priorities take control of you, pretty much. I know first of the month, end of the month, it's hard. I understand. But at the same time, that's nothing you can control. So don't dwell on it. Just make sure you are focused on doing whatever you have to do to make sure those priorities are met at the end of the day. 20, get your finances in order, which I already know it's kind of hard to do so right now. Let's be honest, it's very hard to get your finances in order if they're not already in order. But if you start small, and like with me, every paycheck I put so much into savings, right? Would it be nice to have that extra money in my, checking if I need it? Yes, but at the same time, I know with me putting a little extra away is going to help in the long run, especially if I'm in hard times and I don't have the funds. If I have to dip into that savings, I'll dip into that savings because that's what it's there for, right? But it is important to get your finances in order because no one likes to struggle. No one likes to struggle, and at the end of the day, if you can start small, eventually you'll be able to really get to where you need to be with your finances. 21, donate something. So I haven't donated anything this year, I don't think. I know I did 2 years ago, but definitely donate something. There's so much poverty, there's so many things going on right now in the world that a lot of people need a lot of things. And if there's something you don't need that could help someone else, I would definitely donate it to that person or someone else in need. And the last one, number 22, is reflect on 2022. I don't know about y'all, 2022 was almost a blur to me. In a good way and also in a bad way, but it was kind of a blur to me because so much happens in so little time. But I'm thankful for the outcome of everything that happened because it was supposed to happen, and it just made me really reflect on everything that happened within the past couple of years. And honestly, I'm really looking forward to seeing what 2023 has. I'm very excited. I'm getting back to what I love the most, which is dance. I'm getting back into being myself. Like, I cut my hair. I'm pretty much getting into this rebirth stage of myself, and I'm hella happy. Let's not get it twisted. There's nothing I'm not happy about right now. So with that being said, those are 22 things you guys should do before the year ends. I know this is the last day of 2022, but hey, if you've done this or you want to hurry up and knock some of this out, go ahead, do it. But I really hope you guys can learn from the things that you've done this year and try to apply it for next year and better yourself. But so again, thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you guys next year. Bye.